Good Thursday morning, East Tennessee. My name is David Aldrich, Chief Meteorologist of Captain Accurate Weather, coming to you by way of the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, in the words of U2, it's a beautiful day, or will be, as the sun comes up a few minutes from now. But it is 6:40. It is Thursday. It's the 5th of September. What do you have planned today? Maybe it's a back to school, back to work type of day. And you say, well, it's just another grind. It's Thursday. But at least it's a short work week. Remember, we had Labor Day last Monday, but the visibility has dropped quite a bit. It looks like in Campbell County. I'm looking at that zero there. Jacksboro might have visibility. It's very poor. If you have patches of fog, let me know. We certainly have light winds, and that's conducive. That's favorable for some fog to form this morning, and we will find this, I think, again tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, we might find scattered fog, or at least patches of fog, first thing on Friday. Temperatures right now 67 in Knoxville. They have not been that warm in places like Campbell County, because Jacksboro is checking in at 59. 59 degrees, that's 8 degrees difference. Big difference there in Campbell County. It's 58 in Middlesboro, Jacksboro, and 55 Jonesville. Kind of curious to know what your temperature is this morning. If you have an observation, let me know. I'll do my best to magnify your voice. I can put your name and temperature on the screen. In fact, Karen Robbins, quick on the draw. She put a note out here. She says, good morning, David. It's 63 in Cumberland County. She's, I believe, at Fairfield Glade. But very dark, she said. Happy Friday. Well, actually, Friday Eve, she said. Yes, it's definitely a Friday Eve. It's almost Friday, but it's Thursday. We have 62 in Morristown, 66. Madisonville, our friends in Rockwood are checking in at 66 degrees. So depending on how far north you are of Knox County, you might still be in the 50s, and it's kind of a nice little refreshing change, no doubt. Dew points are tolerable. When they're close to 70, it's icky and sticky. But we're a far cry from 70. We're closer to 60, which is a comfortable air mass, which is why I would label today as pleasant. A pleasant day, even though we're headed toward about 86. Mid-80s will be fine, but the humidity will be low. The winds will be light. What more could you ask for? A beautiful day. That's what we get at least here on Thursday, and that will continue into Friday as well. But these are the dew point temperatures. They're the gold standard, really, to describe how icky or sticky it may or may not be. Now, overnight, we had partly to mostly cloudy skies. If you're in Oneida, you'd say it's partly. But if you were in, say, Newport, you'd say it was mostly. It just depended. It's kind of like how the cookie crumbles, or how the deck of cards got dealt. But most of these clouds, are beginning to move to the east and southeast, so they'll be clearing out. My expectation is it will be a mostly sunny day. Do we have any rain coming from those aforementioned clouds? Most of the showers are in northern Mississippi, northern sections of Alabama, and it's just sprinkles, really, just north of Tupelo and west of Huntsville. That would be the trend here at 6:42 in the morning. Here are my high temperatures, expectations, I should say. 87 for Oak Ridge, Wartburg, and Sunbright. 86 for Jacksboro, Caryville, La Follette, Campbell County. If you're in Russellville, if you're in Alpha, Morristown, even Talbot, I expect 85 for you, and about 88 for Kingston, Lenoir City, 87, about 86 for Maryville, and 84 for Sevierville. If you're on the call, just want to say good morning to you. We said hi to Karen. Ed's on here. I want to say hi to Ed. Ed says it's another quiet coffee on the porch this morning. Glad to see you here, Ed. And Marilyn Bell says have a great day. Everyone, I'm praying for rain. We need it. Yeah, I think it's slim pickings, Marilyn. Slim pickings. I mean, yes, I have some rain on Saturday, but when does it happen after Saturday? That's the big question. Hunker down, my friend, because it might be pretty slim, as we talk about that each day with Premium of how and what to expect down the road. Our friend Wanda Poe with her smiling faces on these cool nights. She says, it looks like the trees might be turning. I imagine they are. If you have a picture, I would love to see it posted in the David Aldrich Weather Group. Would love to see that for sure. And our friend Fred's got a weather report in Maryville. He says, good morning, nice 65 in Maryville. So thank you, Fred, for your comment and update. I love getting the weather reports because it's like in real time. Might be a few seconds late by the time I post it, but at least I'm happy that you are watching live. You're at 6:44. Nothing to see on the Ultimate Doppler radar. That might be a problem down the road because if there's nothing to see, it gets exceedingly dry. But that should not alarm you because August, September, and especially October are typically the driest months of the year. The Ultimate Doppler radar not showing anything, but it's brought to you by your local Marco's Pizza. And if you're making lunch plans today, may I suggest or consider Marcos.com. They've got locations at Hardin Valley, Farragut, Maryville, Fountain City Halls, and Oak Ridge. And did I mention They deliver. Oh, you mean they deliver so I don't have to live in Oak Ridge. I could be nearby. Yeah, if you're in their delivery area, sure. Middlebrook Pike, Ebenezer Road. If you're near or close to any of these locations, check them out. They got a great magnificent pizza, the Magnifico, for less than $10. And the lunch item that I love is the Pozzoli for less than $6. And my favorite is the pepperoni and sausage. Oh, the pepperoni and sausage. It's delicious. It's delicious. If you haven't tried it, check out marcos.com. Mention a few showers north of Tupelo, north of Huntsville, maybe west of Huntsville, and maybe a few extra showers in southern Mississippi. But that's going to stay down there. There are a few showers and rain thunderstorms in red, some maybe thunder across the Great Lakes, just north of Minneapolis especially, and into northern Wisconsin. Back to the south, totally different story. When I say totally different story, I mean we're talking parts of southeast Texas. They're dealing with what appears to be an aerial flood watch in Matagorda County, Texas. Louisiana also under that watch until 7 o'clock Central. That's tomorrow. That's not even today. That goes through. So they're going to continue to get pounded. And this is something that we've been talking about quite a bit with my premium members. I said whether it gets a name or not, parts of Louisiana and Texas would need to brace for themselves because this would be an onslaught of just perpetual rain. Just as dry as it is here, it just continues to rain down there. There's this disturbed weather in the Gulf that continues to cause problems. May not get a name, might not get the name Francine. Gets all the glory if it gets a name because the press will pick it up. But if it doesn't get a name, did it really count? Yeah, it counts because it's raining, right? It may be flooding rains. And the aerial flood watch in effect for parts of Texas, Louisiana. By the way, rainfall, I mentioned we had an above average August. I mean, that's remarkable. I know it was feast or famine. I know it wasn't like steady because there were long periods of time where we got a lot of rain or very little rain at all. In fact, I want to come back on camera because I got some notes. You know I'm a note taker. We hit 84 yesterday, and I was expecting 85. I'm expecting 86 today. Some of you might actually hit 87 or 88. Some of you might hit that, and we talked about the expectations with my map a moment ago. But you can see, maybe you can see, 4.01. So that was an above average month for August. Normal high and low this time of year, 86, 64. Record high 103 from 1954. Long time ago. But in 2010, we fell to as low as 50. That is the record low for today. We're nowhere near 50, although some of us in Oneida, maybe back toward Jacksboro, are in the upper 50s this morning. So there is some variability. And we did pick up 300s. That's it. 300s. That's 0.03 inches of rain on Sunday evening as we started the new month. Speaking of September, no 90s. Wait a minute. We had like 6 90s in a row to end August. I know. And I said the faucet would turn off. All those, we were counting out. How many have we had? We've had 44 days. Count them. 44 days. That's as many as we had in 2018. That's 6 years ago. So one of the hotter summers we've seen in terms of 90s. If you were to use that as your metric, 90-degree days, we had 44 days in 2018. We had 60 days in 2019. But it can ebb and flow. But there are no 90s here. And if you've seen the 7-day, there's no 90s there either. By the way, the big game is 7:30. I'm sure you've got plans. I hope you do. Maybe you're gathering with family, friends. The game is not in Raleigh. I know when we say at NC State, maybe they're the home team. Of course they're the home team. It's their state. It's the Tar Heel State. That just is like, that's fingernails on the chalkboard to Wolfpack. Because I am a Wolfpack grad and a Chapel Hill grad. Shocker. Yeah, but I just can't root for Duke. I mean, Duke's a 4-letter word, but I digress. I have to root for both teams, right? This is one of the situations. When you have a diploma in meteorology from NC State, you got to root for both. But I can't lose, right? One of my teams is going to win. Temperature should be around 77, halftime 72, by the end of the fourth quarter about 69. And if there is some drizzle, it may very well occur during the pregame. So if you're tailgating at the Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte where the game is being played, it's going to be on ABC. I think it's going to be a great game. After winning 69-3 against Chattanooga, I mean, our expectations are high. Let's see if maybe this game's more competitive. I'm kind of curious to know what you think or expect. By the way, I want to say good morning to a smiling face, good Mary Morgan. Mary Morgan says, good morning, David. Nice day to you and your family, as to you as well. Mary Flannery. We've got a different Mary here. She says, good morning. And our friend Danny, can't leave Danny out. He's all about Go Vols. Good morning, David. Hope you have a nice day. Go Vols. So there's your Vols forecast for you, Danny. Glad to have you watching here live. It is 6:49. My goal is to be done here in the next 11 minutes. I think I can name that tune in 11 minutes. By the way, future smoke doesn't look bad at all here. So not only are we getting a pleasant day with light winds, with lots of sunshine, and low humidity, we have no smoke really. Essentially, it's all up to the far north. The yellow areas would be moderate. And notice how it kind of spins away from us. Oh, yay. I like no smoke. No smoke is good. Now, this is vertically integrated. It's not like it's dense in gray. It's the opposite. It's very light, very faint in gray. Some of those red areas out toward the west, that's where some of the wildfires have their origins, but they can be burning in any part of the country. It could plume anywhere. But sunrise and sunset today is on your screen. It goes down now at 7:57. Boo! But at least, so you know, the sun will be coming up in about 22 minutes from now, 7:12. 7:12 is when the sun comes up here on a Thursday. Heading off to school this morning, no issues here. Maybe a little bit of fog I mentioned in Campbell County, but with some early clouds, particularly south of I-40. Sunshine will be the dominant feature. Should be about 72. If you're a school teacher with recess plans in mind for elementary kids, about 72. But by 2 o'clock, between 2 and 3:30, you should easily be around 84, if not 85. My expectation is 86. A pleasant day. There should be no rain there. How did that get in there? That's an old graphic, but at least the rain, maybe in spirit, will come back on Saturday. Today, I'm expecting 86 for La Follette. If you're just joining me, 89 for Athens. Southern Valley should easily make it into the upper 80s this afternoon. 84 for Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, and 86 in Newport. If you're on the call, I just want to say good morning to you. I mentioned Mary Morgan's here. Dawn Rumsey, I haven't said hi to Dawn. Dawn's on here. She got her comment in here. She says, good morning. So nice out here on the deck. Hoping you have a great day, as to you as well. Dawn, appreciate your help and appreciation. And I got a very foggy report. Thank you, Danielle and Jason. Love this, getting some real-time weather reports in northern Campbell County. Be extra careful this morning. We mentioned the visibility was down to 0 or less. It could be pretty poor. It might be a quarter mile. But when it shows 0 on my map, it's usually pretty dense. And we've got a report, or confirmation, I should say, from Danielle and Jason Watson. Thank you both for that update. Love the smiling faces on the avatars. As far as the Hurricane Center, 652, it's like a hodgepodge. We got all these yellow patches. It's like we got little Band-Aids all over the map, over the Atlantic and even the Pacific. Nothing really convincing. I mean, what do we got? A 20% out to the east. We got a 30% in the southern Gulf and a 10%. I mean, these aren't that strong or that convincing, at least right now. If over the next 7 days, may not see a name, but these are something to watch. These are the patches of yellow, some area of interest that the Hurricane Center is watching. Now, maybe they get a name down the road, but maybe that happens in day 10. Maybe day 9, but they're only focused on day 7, through the next 7 days anyway. And today we're getting closer to the September 10th. We're 5 days away. Maybe this hurricane season comes in more of a whimper, given the fact that we've had what we had. We had Ernesto, which was pretty much in the middle of the Atlantic. It affected Bermuda. But we had Debbie. Debbie was a pretty heavy rainmaker along the I-95 corridor. The Carolinas picked up 6 months worth of rain from Debbie. And, of course, we had Alberto and Burl. Burl was a storm that was worth noting as well. But Francine, Gordon, and Helene would be the next names on the list. Tracking humidity, might want to come back to the plateau. Heads up for you, Karen Robbins, in Fairfield Glade or Cumberland County. Maybe get a little more humidity at midday today, but then it wants to pull away. The green areas represent higher dew points. It represents the higher humidity. And then it kind of ebbs and flows. It will come back as we head into Friday night into Saturday, because Saturday we have a chance for a few showers, and the emphasis is few. I keep your expectations low because the quantity, it might rain, but it may not amount to much. And look at the drier air that just pours into the areas through the Ohio Valley by about Sunday morning. Sunday morning it turns very dry, and we're going to continue on that path. Temperature right now, 10 degrees difference from Johnson City at 61 and Chattanooga at 71. Big difference there. Darcy Soar says, we're on the downhill slide for another week. Have a beautiful day. Absolutely. I'm queuing up the YouTube song on my head now. Have a beautiful day. Lana Johnson's on here. She says, good morning from Kodak. She's got a cup of coffee, 2 virtual cups. I love it. Thank you, Lana. Love having you guys here live on stream here. 6:54. Our temperatures are obviously warmer. South of west, Tupelo starting off 76 while we're at 71. And anything in yellow would be low humidity. Really comfortable. The darker the yellow, like West Virginia, they're in the 40s. They've got a very dry air mass across the mountain state of West Virginia. Here are my headlines here at 6:54. More sunshine today and Friday. Yay. A few showers. He said a few, honey. That's not many. No, don't count on much. You might get a few sprinkles up there. And I put an isolated thunderstorm. I think most of it's just a few showers. And it's cooler and sunny on Sunday. A sunny delight will take hold early next week. Right now, we got 67 with a north wind at 6. Relative humidity is at 79%. Dew point is very low at 60. And the planner takes us all the way up to about 79 at lunchtime today. So as you make your plans, maybe marcos.com. It's comfortable enough to be outside, about upper 70s, but should finish the day at least, I think, 86. I've got 86 for 2 hours in a row, 4 and 5 o'clock. So if we nudge 87, don't be surprised. Don't be alarmed. I definitely think upper 80s are possible for Athens, Madisonville, Tellico Plains. Those are my expectations here on a Thursday. Precipitation chances are pretty paltry. That's pretty low for you and me. 30% chance. That's not much. I don't know why you mention it. Okay, fine. Let's just assume you don't get any rain on Saturday. Then it's slim pickings or 0 chance. I mean, the probability, a goose egg, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And could it go on? I think it can. Unfortunately, I think it can. Storm Prediction Center looking at a few hot spots. The dark green, not a few. How about one? One spot. I believe is it Santa Fe? It is Santa Fe. Let's zoom in. Yeah, it's Santa Fe, New Mexico. If you've got family there, Santa Fe, may have an isolated severe storm. Is that it? That's it. Everybody else in green might get general, some pop-up thunderstorms. No big deal. And nothing really in the state of Tennessee. Highlighted from our friends at the Storm Prediction Center. They just don't see it. Now, come Friday, I think, personally, because you're asking me what I think the rain is mainly in Atlanta. It's mainly south of Chattanooga on Friday. Maybe a few showers northwest, west of Lexington. That's it. Friday. They put us in green. I see that, but I don't buy it. I don't think we've got rain in our forecast on Friday. Now, I do think there's maybe some severe weather potential here, as they do duly note. But Cincinnati, we can include Columbus. We could probably include the Lexington TV market from the city northward, and certainly Louisville, and up toward Cleveland and Erie, Pennsylvania. They might get some isolated storms on Friday. I just don't see East Tennessee in the crosshairs. I like to show you the data. I'm not trying to hide it from you, but they think we have the potential for rain on Friday. I think it's going to be well south toward Atlanta. Now, come Saturday, nothing, right? Saturday, they have no thunder, right? They may have a few showers, but they don't highlight us at all in green. I think maybe it should be reversed, but that's just me. Now, let's see if the Futurecast kind of verifies what I'm saying. Most of what we see today has it down toward Atlanta, maybe Augusta, Georgia, and certainly southern Mississippi has rain in their expectation or future. Cold front slowly marches in. Now, this is Friday. Where would the rain come from? It's either south toward Atlanta or maybe from the west back toward Louisville. But this is 12:15, nothing green here, and I think generally it's going to be south of Chattanooga. I would push it even further south of Huntsville because most of this will stay well out of harm's way. This brings it into the Southern Valley. I'm not that mindful. I'm not mindful of it, but I don't think that that's the issue. I think it's going to come in on Saturday and just a few showers at best. It's really on the back side of that front. We get a few showers, but look at Charlotte. Oh, 5:15. You know, that's just like 2 hours, 15 minutes. That's close to game time. Exactly. So the way it's timing out, if you're going to the Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte for the ball game, this is the Duke's Mayonnaise Classic, whatever they call it. They have some showers in their forecast, but it's going to be light. Their best chance of rain in Charlotte may be in the morning as some of that energy slides south and east. So that's the way things are shaping up in terms of the macro view. I want to show you one other model for comparison. Do we have any clouds today? Most of the clouds south of the Southern Valley begin to march away. That's 9:30. Most of us are bright and sun-filled today. By midday, there's 79, so that's on target, and it's mostly sunny everywhere. There might be a few clouds in southern Monroe County. Maybe it's south of Athens, but it's really not a cloudy day at all. Just a few scattered clouds. We'll call it mostly sunny. Finishing the day about 86 in the heart of Knox County. Now, once we move into tonight, I think it's mostly clear. There may be some patches of fog. First thing tomorrow morning as we drop down to about 60, about 61 for the low. But even tomorrow afternoon, this model doesn't show much rain at all. It brings maybe a few false echoes around Tellico Plains, but I think it's going to be south of Chattanooga. I think it's all going to be this is all radar noise, model noise, even this far out. So just don't expect much rain to occur. And when it does occur, it should be mainly in the morning for the valley and then pushing out to the foothills, Smokies, for the afternoon. Mostly sunny for today, 86 degrees. Time to wrap things up. It's 6:59. Pleasant day. No smoke, no humidity, and light winds. That's a pleasant day in my book. 85 for Morristown. If you're in Newport, Cosby, Fairfield, Glade, 85, about 86 for Newport, 86 for about Seymour, Wares Valley, about 86, and 84 for Sevierville, Pigeon Forge. If you're traveling today, about 82 with a few showers in Atlanta, 89 for Memphis if you're headed far to the west. 61 tonight, that's comfortable, mostly clear. Some patches of fog may form first thing tomorrow morning in the same way that our friends in Campbell County are dealing with it this morning. Tonight we're down to 58 for La Follette, 60 in Newport, and 62 for Oak Ridge and Clinton in the heart of Anderson County, first thing tomorrow morning. Looking ahead to the Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast, it's now 7 o'clock straight up, finishing on time, 85 on Friday. So we're back in the mid-80s. Don't expect much change there, but you'll notice, I think you will, the difference in temperature on Saturday. With a 30% chance, few showers, maybe a rumble of thunder, is just nothing but sunshine for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now the complaints are going to start piling up. When's it going to rain? Well, when you got nothing but sunny skies, a sunny delight, most of next week, the answer is it's not. It's not. What are you going to do? How are you going to? I'm going to have to water the lawn. I'm going to have to water the garden. Just be mindful. You heard it here first. This is going to be a prolonged stretch. It is historically dry in August, September, and October, and especially September, October. Remember, last September, we got dry. We had all the talk about drought. And then we had more drought talk in October, early November. Could it repeat itself? It's historically dry those months, so I want you to be prepared. But it is pumpkin spice weather when you start off in the 50s. Notice I've circled 4 mornings where it's just cool and crisp. Some of you are going to be delighted the fact that it's going to be that cool in the mornings because you're watching me this morning. You're going to see a big difference in temperature next week. No doubt about that. By the way, if you want to download the free Captain Accurate Weather app, you get not only all the weather you get from me, but you get Pete Michaels' traffic. And that's a real bargain because you don't have to wait for the radio stations to play it. You get the updated traffic report from Pete. All the National Weather Service alerts are on there. 3 extras from Barron, which are second to none, world class, and it's free. You mean I don't have to pay for it? No, you don't. All you have to do is download it, and you get lightning alerts when the rain does come back. You'll have some lightning alerts for that time period as well. By the way, if you want some extra, something extra, may I suggest premium? We focus on the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. We'll know when it's going to rain before the general public will because we talk about it. We post about it. We know when the pattern will typically change. That's one of the benefits of being a premium member. First to see every forecast. First to see that, and you're also getting more Facebook Lives, typically 4 extras a month, because I'm doing them usually on a Sunday to help my premium members prepare for the week ahead. You get fewer ads and all of this. Did I mention this? The best bargain in East Tennessee for weather. If you're looking for that, maybe you're a landscaper, maybe you're a truck driver, a school teacher. When's it going to snow? Because I'm going to be coming out with my winter weather outlook in a period of time, in a short period of time. And some of you go, what's it going to be like this winter? If you want to know, and it's not just like posts and numbers, I go into the whole, I go into all the details. I post the reasons, what I'm thinking. I show my work, kind of like my math teacher used to tell me, show your work. I like to show my premium members my work. And if last year, I believe I was the only one predicting 8 to 12 inches of snow. And we got 8.5. So if it's worth it to you, check out the premium service. Just go to hit the subscribe button at the top of this Facebook page. Or go to CaptainAccurate.com for more details. Well, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate. Enjoy this beautiful day. We'll see you soon. Take care.